Alrighty, hi guys. We'll get it started in just a couple minutes here. Got about 4 minutes or so. I'm just a little early jumping on. We are getting ready for classes today. First of all, thank you guys for subscribing to our channel. We are up to 55 subscribers now. Woo woo! Thank you. As things continue to progress, just to let you guys know, we may transition over from YouTube to technology called Zoom. You guys probably use it in your schools already, but we'll give you more information as that happens. I want to make sure that I can see you guys and be able to give you good constructive criticism as well as Master Murphy. So we'll be looking into that. I know with our quarantine that the Tri-County Health Department put into place says that we can't go anywhere from here on out, basically. I'll be walking to the studio. We'll still have classes inside the studio for Master Murphy and I to teach. But stay home. You know, you guys don't have to go anywhere. We will continue to do online classes as long as we possibly can. So that being said, we'll get it started here in about 2 or 3 minutes. If you have any questions or if you want to say hi in the chat, you are welcome to say hi or ask questions now. Master Murphy, can you grab, oh, you're in the middle of eating a bag of Doritos. I see that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. I'll grab our itinerary and I'll show you guys what we're working on today. How's your bag of Doritos, sir?
Amazing.
Great. So today, we're going to be, hi, Mr. Reasoner. Hi, Alex. Good to see you. So we're going to work on a couple different things today. We are going to go through and add on to our Taeguk Paljung, which is what we've done on Monday. We'll add on the next 4 moves. I think you guys will know these pretty well. Hi, Lauren and Jacob. Hi, Jesse. Good to see you guys. We're also going to be working on that turning back versus spin side kick review like we did on Monday. And then we're also going to be adding on punches to our combinations. These are 360-degree kicks, so we'll kind of show you where and when you should be punching and what punches you should use specifically on top of that. After that, we are going to move into weapons. We did the first 3 moves of your 6 count on Monday. We'll review those first 3 moves, and then we'll go ahead and we'll add on the next 3 moves, which, funny enough, are the same as the first 3 moves, just on the other side. So we'll go through that slowly. And then we're going to kind of review your boxing, specifically your head checks. We might get into a little bit of body checks today, too, if we have the time, and then we'll take any questions. So I know I've got 6 on right now. It's 5:59. We'll wait about 30 more seconds before we do anything. Big thing, we are not working on grappling this rotation just because I don't think we'll be physically able to during this time. Our version of grappling or self-defense is to wash your hands. I know that you're hearing it everywhere, but please wash your hands. There's no reason why you shouldn't be. And social distancing, stay 6 feet apart from people. Make sure that you guys are keeping your distance. But with that being said, it's 6 o'clock, so let's get this show on the road. Alrighty. I know, social distancing. All right, go ahead and go attention. We're going to face the flags and bow. Face up front and bow. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get this show on the road. Let's get it stretched out. Roll your shoulders backwards. Make sure that you have enough room wherever you're standing. If you do not, I urge you to try and find a place where you do have a little bit of room. We are going to be going over forms today, so you may need, a tiny little square that's all your own. Go arms forwards. But just make sure that you're not going to physically hit anything else in your room or wherever you're practicing. And go side to side. With Taeguk Paljung, if you guys want to have your parents take a video of you and send it in to us either via my email or Google Drive or Facebook or anything like that, you are welcome to go up and down. I can review it. I can critique you. I can kind of help you guys. And if we do migrate over to Zoom, like we have talked about in the past, that will be a good way for us to also be able to track your progress. Alrighty. From here, go ahead. Let's do rising kicks. Go ahead and step back, guarding stance. Hiya.
Hiya.
Back leg rising kicks, 10 on each leg. Ready? Hana.
Hana.
Duo.
Duo.
Step.
Set.
Net.
Net.
Tosse.
Dase.
Yose.
Yose.
Ilgo.
Ilga.
유랑.
유랑.
아홉.
아홉.
요.
요.
Jump switch feet. 아야.
아야.
Other side. 하나.
하나.
두어.
둘.
셋.
셋.
넷.
넷.
다섯.
다섯.
여섯.
여섯.
일곱.
일곱.
유랑.
유랑.
아홉.
아홉.
요.
요.
All right, jump switch feet. Aya.
아야.
For this last one, since we are going to be doing some side kicks today and some turning back kicks, I do want to warm up the insides of your hips. We're going to do side rising kicks. You've got two options when you do these. With your back leg, you can choose to keep your toes sideways. So you can choose to keep your toes pointed where your belly is pointing, or you can choose to move your toes back behind you. There's a couple different schools of thought on why we do each of these. Here, if my toes are straight sideways where my hips are facing, this actually gives me better inner leg flexibility. If I'm pointing my toes backwards, it actually opens up my hips a little bit more. So if you're less flexible, it might be better to point your toes backwards. If you're more flexible, it might be better to point your toes sideways, but it's also up to you. You guys are completely fine to do whichever one you prefer. So we're going to be in our garden stance here. Toes are however you would like them to be. You're going to bring up that side rising kick here. Ready? 하나.
하나.
두어.
둘.
셋.
셋.
넷.
넷.
다섯.
다섯.
여섯.
여섯.
일곱.
일곱.
유랑.
유랑.
아홉.
아홉.
요.
요.
Jump switch feet. 아야.
아야.
Other side. So toes are facing sideways again or backwards, whichever you prefer. Ready? 하나.
하나.
두어.
둘.
셋.
셋.
넷.
넷.
다섯.
다섯.
여섯.
여섯.
일곱.
일곱.
유랑.
유랑.
아홉.
아홉.
요.
요.
Alrighty. We've got our warm-up now. This one's going to be a fun one. Master Murphy will go ahead. He'll demonstrate the first one. We've got 1 minute of push-ups. We didn't do push-ups, so we've got 1 minute now. Your goal, count your numbers, is to beat Master Murphy. Get ready. Get set. And go. Try to get that chin all the way down. Try to tuck your elbows in close. Ladies, if you have a harder time with this, bring your hands out, but make sure your chin is always in front of your hands as you do this. Notice Master Murphy keeps his back completely straight when he's doing his push-ups. He goes all the way down, all the way up. It's automatic. It's not one part of his body and then the other. It's his whole body goes down and up at once. It's like he's holding a plank position as he does this. We are about halfway through now. Keep pushing, keep working. Try to be the person with the highest number for me. Try to keep going. Master Murphy's got this. As he said on Monday, he's just getting old. So, you're what, 27, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
So you've got at least 27 push-ups in you. You can do this, sir.
We're already past that.
Woo! That's awesome, sir. Alrighty, we're almost there. Got less than 5 seconds left. Less than 5 seconds left. And time. What was your number, sir?
36, ma'am.
My goodness. All right, that was a lot. So, if you want, go ahead. You can type your number into the chat. Next up is myself, unfortunately.
Who?
All righty. Since we did burpees last time, and since I believe we did jumping jacks last time, ooh, what's our number here? 31. Good job, Alex.
Nice.
I'm going to go ahead. We're going to work high knees for this next one. Here's how high knees work, though. I want hands out in front of you, and every 2 knees counts as 1 number. So if I'm here, 1, 2, that counts as 1. If that makes sense. Are you okay, sir? Oh.
Yeah, we just got. Jacob got 27.
Awesome.
Sorry, 37. I'm going to say it was 27 so he doesn't beat me, though.
Oh.
Good job, Jacob. That's awesome.
That, Jacob. That's how Master Murphy plays it. All right, so we've got 1 minute of high knees here. Make sure that you're counting each time. Hands are up. Get ready. Get set. And go.
It's all about the height on these, right? You can get a whole bunch of high knees, but if it's knee level, it's not going to make you stronger or faster. Get those knees as high as you can. Sometimes in class, I see us going like shoulder level with these high knees. The higher your knees, the better. You're just going to keep going, keep breathing. Make sure Same height with both knees. You don't want one knee going higher than the other one. That's going to make it like lopsided. One side's going to be strong, but not the other side. So both knees, same height. Just keep pumping those knees as fast as you can. Pop, 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 pop. Also keep breathing the whole time. Oh, Matt is here. Sweet. Fantastic. We're doing 1 minute of high knees right now. Keep it going. Keep it going. You got this.
Almost there.
Tap, 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 tap. Just getting your knees up. Pump the
And
knees.
high.
Woo.
Woo. All righty. Let us know how many high knees you got. I'm sure it was probably a little bit more than myself. I got to 73.
Nice. Were you counting each leg?
Nope.
So.
That's one. Like we said. So.
Good number.
Oh, it's a lot though. I will tell you that, sir. So, from here, if you need water, get some water. We've got about 30 seconds, and then we're going to get it started on forms.
Cool.
We will. And Master Wagner's going to catch her breath. Because my goodness.
You're going to need the forms go in different directions again? I'll demonstrate for you.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead and do this. How Master Murphy is going to start performing this form today, he'll show it facing forwards once. He's going to go as far as we're going to go in total today. Then he's going to turn and face backwards. That way you can follow along with him. So if I say left, he will move his left leg. It'll be the exact same as what you see on your TVs at home. So let's go ahead. Master Murphy's going to go to Chimbi. You're going to go to the second offset punch here.
Yes,
Name of your form.
Taigo Kapal Jong Ma'am.
Steve Jack.
Aya. Aya.
And back to Chimbi. Cheerio. Good.
Awesome.
Wonderful. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to review those moves step by step today. We're going to add on these last 4 movements, which we have not done yet this rotation. If you have questions, feel free to pop them up on the screen at any time. But let's go ahead and go from here. So Master Murphy's going to start. He's going to turn face backwards. He'll scoot back just a little bit so y'all can still see him. Good. He starts in his Chimbi position. His first move, his left leg, is going to step forwards into a back stance, and he's going to do a guarding stance with his hands. As he does this, his guarding stance is at eye level, so his knuckles are at his eye level. From there, his front leg, so his left leg, is going to step to his left. So he's going to turn his feet into a front stance here. From this front stance, he's going to do a reverse punch. So that's your right hand or your back hand doing that punch. From here, your back leg is going to swing up high, your front leg is going to snap, and you're going to land in that same front stance again. Your front hand will inside block. Now remember, when you do this inside block, if I'm punching Master Murphy, he has to come all the way across his body. You don't want to stop before that inside block. From there, he's going to do a reverse punch. He's going to punch again. Then he's going to do a C-step all the way forwards, and he's going to punch one more time. On that punch, notice he does have a key up. So he'll go back to Chimbi. He's going to try this again. I'll go ahead. I'll do a talk through of this one more time, and then we'll go ahead and we'll try this out semi-slow speed. So his first move, his left leg steps forward. He's going to do a back stance, and this is a guarding stance. So his hands are up just like this. From here, he's going to shift. So his left leg steps to his left. His hand comes out. He's going to do a reverse punch. So I'm here. From there, his back leg is going to come up. He's going to swing his back leg. He's going to snap his front leg in a front kick. He lands in the same stance that he had before. He's going to go inside block. He's going to do a reverse punch. He's going to do a standard punch. Now he's going to step forwards and punch again with a key up. Go ahead and go back to Chimbi for me, sir. If any students are confused on this, go ahead, send me a message now. I'm going to take a look here really quickly. But from here, we're just going to move on. Fantastic. Alrighty. So now, Master Rep is going to demonstrate the tempo and the timing. So when I say go, he's just going to begin. I want you guys to follow along with him. We're going to do this 3 times. Ready? Begin.
Hiya. Hiya.
He's going to go back to Chimbi. I'll have him do the same thing. I'll go ahead and say what he's doing as he's doing this at full speed. Name of your form, sir.
Take a Paul Jong Nam.
Take a Kapal jump. Ready? Begin.
Hiya.
Block, shift, reverse punch, swing, snap, inside block, punch, punch, step forward,
Hiya.
and punch. Back to Chimbi. One more time here. Remember, it's that left leg that steps out first. Name of your form, sir?
Take a Jong Nam. Paul Jong Nam.
He's going to try that one more time. We just taught Take a Cute Jump for the last class. So, name of your form?
Take a Paul Jong Nam.
Ready? Begin.
Hiya.
Swing, snap, inside, punch, punch, step forward, and
Hiya.
punch. Back to Chimbi. Go ahead and shake it out, sir. Come on up.
Snap.
So what we're going to move into next is our next 4 moves. Both of these are symmetrical, so we're going to practice these on both sides. Then we're going to add it into our form and apply it with our stances. But we're just going to talk about hand movements first. Now, when we're doing these techniques, what we're doing with one hand is we're coming down with a low block. What we're doing with our back hand is we're coming out and we're blocking back behind us. So we're popping through. So as we do this technique, or coming through this way, when I turn around here, I'm bringing my hand that's doing the low block above me and swinging down. The hand that's doing the outside block is coming above me as well, and it's coming below me and going to outside block. Yes, sir.
So what a reverse punch? So it's if I'm in a front stance, my left leg's in front. A reverse punch is just punching with the back hand. So it's essentially a cross. It's with your back hand. It's with the leg that's straight. That's how you do a reverse punch.
Yes, just make sure you don't pivot when you do it. But you guys knew that. You guys are rock stars. So again, one more time, I'll make sure that I explain myself clearly. I'm going to do a low block with one hand. As I do that, my hand comes around up top and comes low. I'm going to do an outside, or actually it's technically an outside inner forearm block. We're not going to get into that today, but I'm going to come under and pop out with my other hand below. So when we do these, go ahead and bring your hands out just like this. One hand's going to come over, one hand's going to come under, and then they're going to meet in the middle and kind of make a cross here. You can cross like this or cross like this, whichever one is fine. One hand's going to drop down, the other hand drops out. We're going to try that again. I know this is really weird, but we can get it. So we're going to start, one hand comes above, one hand comes underneath, cross, and out. One more time on this side. Start with your hand, one hand high, one hand low. You're going to come around, cross, and drop. That's the technique that we're doing with this. From there, we're going to be in this hand position. Your back hand now, we're going to turn our body towards our low block hand. Your back hand comes under and does an upset punch. The hand that did the low block here is just coming up, and it's reinforcing onto my shoulder arm area here. So top of your arm, end of your shoulder here is where we're landing. So if I'm out here, the hand that's up top comes under, does an upset punch. The hand that's low comes up and hits up high.
Aiming for the tummy.
Yes, yeah, your upset punch aims for this tummy. So our hands are out. You're coming under and hit. One more time, hands are out. You're turning under and hit. Remember, it's always the hand that's up. It's like you're winding up to do this upset punch. So we're going to put the two together now. These are two separate movements. Start one hand low, one hand high, just like this. I'll take a step back so you can see this. Hands are going to come around. We're going to cross and low. From here, the hand that's up swings under and hit. Good. One more time slow, then we'll do the other side. For some of us, this may be super easy, and you guys are like, I've got this down. If that's you, really emphasize your chambers now. So coming hit and hit, over and hit. Emphasize how you get there. If you're still having a problem with this, that's okay. We'll take our time one more time.
Try just going from the X if you're having trouble, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Don't worry about, if you're really struggling with it, don't worry about this. Just start from your X block out.
And then come through to the upset punch. So one more time, one hand up, one hand down, ready, and go. Around, in, and out. Turn, and hit. That's this side, we've got the other side now. So our other hand's gonna start high, our other hand's gonna start low. So as I do this, I'm gonna come around, and I'm gonna cross my hands. From here, one hand comes low, the other hand comes high. So I'm coming opposite here. One more time just with that, we start high and low. So I'm coming, yes, nope, I'm coming around, X, and hit. One more time, high and low, around, X, and hit. From here, you're gonna turn towards your low block, come under and punch. One more time, or here, turn towards your low block, come under and punch. Let's go ahead. Let's try this kind of semi-full speed. So if I am high and low, we're going to come around and in. From there, we're going to pop out. Turn over and hit. One more time, medium full speed. High, low, around and in and out. Over and up. All right. Full speed, so if I'm talking about you're doing this in your form completely, your speed comes. So it's not too much faster than what we're working right now. But we're going to go ahead, we're going to add this into what stances we're working on. So Master Murphy's going to go ahead and he's going to end at the end of our form. So we're going to go up to where we know in technique Paljung so far, and then we'll talk about the turn, we'll talk about your stances, your steps, everything else from there. So he's going to start in Chumbi. Name of your form.
Take a Paljung men.
Ready? Begin. Down block, turn, reverse punch, swing, snap, inside block, punch, punch, step forward and punch. Now, his back leg here, his left leg, your left leg as well, is going to step behind you. Watch his feet cross.
Turn towards that same shoulder.
Yeah, from there, Master Murphy's going to come around. He is already tucked into his X, and he's going to hit out. Now, this stance is not a front stance. This is a new stance, and while you do it exactly the same as front stance, this stance is called a
bow stance?
bow stance. This stance is called a bow stance. Master Murphy's painting because he got it correct. His hips are not forwards. This is our target area, but your hips, your tummy, is facing forwards or to the side, whichever one is preferable to you. This low block comes in front of the leg that is straight. The outside block here is on top of the leg that is already bent. This is our bow stance. You do it exactly the same as a front stance, except your hips are tilted away from your bad guy. From here, Master Murphy's going to take his left leg, which is this leg right here. He's going to step backwards towards me, and he's going to turn into a front stance now facing sideways. Now his lower hand comes under, he hits me, and he does his chamber, just like that. From there, we're going to go super slow. His front leg, and I'll never say this again in a Taekwondo class, is going to cross in front of his other leg, so his feet cross. Left leg is on top of your right leg this time. From here, your right leg, the leg that's underneath, is going to step out. He steps out, and he's in his new bow stance. Again, he comes around, he makes his X, and he's going to block down. The hand that's high up here, if it's bent here, it's bent up here. If his legs straight, his arms straight. He's still going to take the opportunity now. He steps backwards towards me. He turns into a front stance, and he does his upset punch. Again, this upset punch is aiming towards the stomach. His hand is up just on his shoulder here. Go ahead and go back to Chumbi for me, sir. I'm going to see if we have any questions on this so far. It looks like we might. Oh, no, that's just the reverse punch. Fantastic. Okay. Master Murphy's going to demonstrate all of technique Paljung up to that punch one more time. We're going to go medium pace through our step and our shift on either side, and then we're going to move on to our next round of what we're doing. Go ahead, so Chimbi. Name of your form.
Taegeuk Paljong Men.
Begin.
Hey,
Side block. Reverse punch. Swing. Snap. Inside block. Punch. Punch. Step forward. Reverse punch. Now, before we move, think about it. Is it your front leg that moves or your back leg? It's your back leg. So his back leg is going to step behind him, and he goes into his X and out. He's in his bow stance here. He's at a low block with his leg straight, bent arm, bent leg. From here, he shifts, he turns towards his bad guy, and he does his upset punch and chamber, just like that. From here, he's going to step across. His left leg is in front. His right leg is underneath. He's going to step out and hit this stance. Remember, belly button is facing away from your bad guy. From here, he steps, shifts. His left hand comes up in this upset punch. And he'll go back to Chimbi. He'll go touch him. And awesome. All right, we're going to do one more round of this form today. This one is full speed, adding those 4 movements. Now, if you don't get them down today, that's okay. This segment, these 4 moves are arguably some of the hardest moves that you're going to learn in all 3 of the forms that you have, Chungmyeong, Taegeuk Paljong, and Taegeuk Chiljong. This setup is incredibly difficult. So if you can get it down, awesome, but if it's going to take you some practice, it takes you some practice. I think you guys can all handle this. Go ahead and go Chimbi for me, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
This is our full form, or as far as we know. Name of our form.
Taegeuk Paljong Men.
Begin.
Hey,
And bro. Tria. Kunye. Wonderful. Alrighty. If you do have any questions on that form, please feel free to go ahead and let me know, either in the chat or over email or anything like that. Thank you. Give yourselves about 20 seconds. Go ahead and grab some water, and then we're going to move on from here. Thank you, guys. I'm going to grab my Starbucks real quick.
Cool. Looks like we're going to kicking next. Master Wagner. Cool.
Yes, sir. Alrighty, so with our kicking on Monday, we reviewed your turning back kick, or your 360-degree turning back kick. What we're going to be going over today are the differences between a side kick, a back kick. We're going to do our 360 kick, and then we're going to add some punches to this as well. When you do a 360 kick, why would I do a 360 kick over a spinning kick, Master Burpee?
It's all about distance and faking them out. Right? So I'll talk about distance first. If I'm here with Master Wagner, we're on guarding stance. If we're in a medium distance and I try to throw my turn back kick, my turn side kick may hit, but both of these kicks are going to be ineffective if I'm trying to kick this far away. But if I do the 360, take a step in, I'm now what kind of distance? You guys should know it, right? It's medium distance. From that medium distance, boom, then I can go into that kick. So it's about getting you closer. It's also about throwing them off. Say you start throwing a lot of round kicks. You throw a lot of back leg round kicks. Your partner gets really used to you throwing these back leg round kicks. They're blocking it. They're countering it. They're always moving. You're not scoring with that kick. So you're going to disguise your 360 like you're going ready for a kick, right? So I fake them out. Boom, come in with the real kick. And say they move back too, right? They see this kick coming. They're like, oh, it's a round kick. I just got to get a little bit out of the way.
Oh.
And then boom, I can still hit them, right? So distance and fakes, right? You never want to spin unless you're like 95% sure you're going to land. The reason why is on this spin, I turn my back, I don't see what's going on. They're really fast. By the time I turn back over, they're blasting me. So you got to be careful with it. Cool?
Fantastic. Alrighty, sir, let's go for it.
All right, so let's do the turn back kicks first. Now remember, the turn back kicks, it's like a horse kick. We don't kick to the side, we kick behind us. When we're in our guarding stance, just like any spin kick or turn kick, the first step is that we turn. When we turn, I pivot my front heel. If I don't pivot my front heel when I turn, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt a lot. Master Wagner turned more than me because she had that foot pivoted. Makes it easier, way, way easier. So we turn our heel towards the target. From here, we're also pointing our back elbow towards the target as well. The side that you're pointing towards is the side you kick with. But before we kick, we gotta look. The more you pivot, the more you can look. I don't move my feet, but I pivot to help me see the target. From there, it's really easy, we strike. The side that we're pointing the elbow, the back leg, is gonna kick out. It's a back kick, so our toes point down, our hips stay facing away from us. Rechamber, land in front. Just like that. So let's try it out just with that turn back kick, okay? So again, 1, turn, 2, look. Sorry, Master Wagner. 3, kick, toes down, toes down. If your hips start to turn to a spin side kick. That's okay for a spin side kick, but if you're doing a turn back kick, hips away, toes down.
Think about, instead of just kicking forwards with this, think about shooting your heel upwards with this. This is like a reverse uppercut in the kicking world. If I'm really close to Master Murphy, this turn back kick from here can come straight up and still nail me right underneath the chin. That's what your goal is. It's a closer striking technique, but it's coming up and forwards like an uppercut. Fantastic. Go ahead and turn.
Let's go full speed with it. So when I say go, turn, look, land in front. We're gonna switch our feet every time. Make sure you're landing not all the way around, because you're gonna square up your body. It's gonna take you a lot of time to get back. Leaves you very, very, very open to get hit. Kick, come forward, especially when we start throwing the punches. Let's try that turn back again. Ready? And go. Landing in front. Now we're gonna turn the other way. So pivoting the front foot. Ready? And go. And then landing in front. We'll do 2 more each side. Ready? Or 1 more each side. Ready? Kick. Turn, look. Right. Landing in front. Other side. Ready? Go. Turn, look. Strike. And down. Keeping those toes down. Let's add the step into it now. Make it a full 360.
Yes, sir.
All right. So if you want to kick with your right leg, have your right leg in front. If you want to kick with your left leg, have your left leg in front.
But practice both.
Yes.
Don't just pick your favorite leg at home, please. I know of a few kiddos I'm talking to specifically with this, but please make sure that you practice both legs. It's important.
Yeah. So Master Wagner is going to take a step forward with her back leg. She's going forward towards her target, like she'd be throwing a back leg front kick or a back leg round kick. It's going that same way, right? From there, she lands. She's going to pivot, turn, look, strike. Lands right in front. The way you know you're doing this correctly is if you continue to spin in the same direction. And if you start your kick going this way, but then try to turn to kick the other way, you're throwing yourself off. You're not going to get the momentum and the power that comes with that 360 spin.
Yes, sir.
So you keep turning the same way the entire time. Let's try that side. You should end up on the same side every time, right?
Yes, sir.
We'll do this side 3 more times, and then we'll do the other side. So when I go, say go. Step, turn, look, strike. Ready? And go. Step, turn, look, strike. Down. 1 more time. Ready? And go. Step, turn, look, strike. There you go. Just like that. We're going forward. You're charging towards something. Let's go ahead and switch your feet. Same thing on this side. We'll go slow once. Make sure you guys got it. We go full speed. So from here, Master Wagner takes a step forward with the back leg, like she's throwing a back leg round kick. She turns, looks, and strikes. Lands in front. Full speed now. When I say go, step, spin, strike. Ready? And go. Step, turn, look, and down. Always landing in front. You should always have this side going right now. Ready? And go. Step, turn. Boom. Let's add a punch to it now. 2 punches, actually. So the way this works is when somebody does a turn kick, most people are not happy. If I try to turn kick Master Wagner, if I miss, she's not going to be a happy camper. If I hit, she is not going to be a happy camper. No matter what, they're going to be coming towards you. So what you got to make sure you're doing is you got to be faster than them after this. So after I kick, boom, my foot and hand are going to land at the same time. My foot is landing on the ground. My hand is landing on my opponent right here. Body, doesn't matter. It's not the face for each other, but in real life, if you need to go towards the head, you can. But again, kick, my hand and foot, same time. If I kick and land, and then try to throw something, Master Wagner is going to be faster than me, right? I kick, she's going to hit me, and then I'm going to try to come through. I lose that. So what we're going to do is when I say go, you're going to go step in, turn back kick, jab, cross, skip back. Makes sense? I can't answer. But yeah, that's how we're going to do it.
Can I suggest a variation as well?
Absolutely.
For my upper belts, so like my red belt or brown belts, if you're feeling adventurous, instead of just doing a jab cross, try a back fist cross instead. The difference has to do with your hip positioning when you do this. If Master Murphy throws a back fist cross on me, his hips go sideways on the back fist and forwards on the cross, just like that. So as he does that, and let's say he does his step and turn back kick, and he does the whole technique here. So he steps, he does his back kick, he's still sideways here, and then he throws his cross. This can build your momentum into that cross. Since you're turning your hips on the cross, it can become a power shot or a knockout shot for you. But those are just your options. You can go jab cross or back fist cross, whichever you guys prefer.
Let's try it out. So when I say go, step, turn, kick, punch, right? And go. Step, turn, kick, land in front.
Hiya!
2, remember the foot and the hand landing same time. Ready, go. Step, turn, kick, 1, 2,
Hiya!
and then skipping out. You always want to get away from your partner. You're not done until you get out of there. One more time on this side. Ready? And go. Step, kick, 1, 2,
Hiya!
and then skipping away. Let's try the other side now. Switch feet. Hiya!
Hiya!
Same thing on this side. Ready? And go. Step, turn, kick, back
Hiya!
punch. Remember, those punches happen right after. If there's any pause, you get hit. 2 more times. Ready? And go. Step, turn, kick, 1, 2.
Hiya!
And then out of there. Last one. Make your fastest, strongest one ever. Use the momentum to help you build power into that kick. Ready? And go. Step, turn, kick, 1, 2.
Hiya!
Just like that. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Cool. Do you want to do any other kicks?
Let's go ahead. Let's talk about the side kick again. So this was our 360-degree turning back kick. So this is if you're, possibly a little bit closer to your opponent, you can throw these techniques. Let's go ahead and review the side kick. Now, the reason why we want to also teach you guys both variations of this technique is when we do our 360-degree side kick, we can do hook kicks off of it. There's actually several different techniques that we can do off of that, but it builds into other 360-degree techniques. So as Master Murphy does this side kick, or this spinning side kick, his hips go from backwards to sideways, and his toes goes from down to sideways as well. He'll demonstrate this once. So he steps.
Oh, sorry.
He steps. He turns all the way around, and he throws this side kick. Notice I'm pretty far away from him. He still has the range to hit me because he opened up his hips in order to be able to do so. I don't want us to necessarily go through these today, so I don't want you guys to practice this during class, but if you would like to practice it after class, make sure you can feel and know the difference between these two techniques. So one more time, he steps all the way in. Now his hips, instead of facing backwards, they're going to continue to turn and face sideways, and then he throws this side kick. Notice with me standing here, he can kick behind me. He can kick way farther behind me because of his range. So one more time, full speed, this technique. You go step, turn, and strike, just like that. If you'll have any questions on the differences between a turning back kick and the turning side kick, let us know. But we'll go ahead. In the future, we'll continue to add more spinning techniques, and we may get to jumps to finish this rotation. But if you guys don't have any questions on our kicks, let's go ahead. We're going to move on now. What we're moving on to is our escrima-stick techniques. If you do not have escrima-sticks at home, that's completely fine. I'll go ahead. I'll show you guys a really good alternative here. If your parents have spatulas or wooden spoons, that works. If you guys have markers, they work. If you have pens, they work. Either way, just something to have in your hands is fine. You do not need escrima sticks to do these. Also, let's say you have a sibling at home that you can practice with. Cough, cough, Jacob and Lauren. Do not practice this on each other yet, please. I know y'all. Please don't hurt each other. Please continue to practice this in the air until we get in the studio. Then we'll talk about practicing with a partner. But Just a quick review, you guys are going to be learning what we call 6 count. You may also hear it referred to as Sinawali or double Sinawali. This is a Kali style technique, which means it's Filipino stick fighting. Let's talk about our sticks really quickly for a second, or your wooden spoons or your pens that you're holding. We've got several different parts of your stick. From here, the top part here, I'm going to refer to it from here on out as the tip. The bottom part here, I'm going to refer to from here on out as either what we call the heel, or I'm going to refer to it as your puño. And you guys can say puño at home. Puño in Filipino literally translates to butt of stick, so end of stick. When we do all of our techniques today, we're going to be using and hitting with the tip of our sticks. One last thing before I jump into this. When we do these techniques, we have what we call forehand strikes and backhand strikes. Forehand strikes means you're coming from the outside inwards on someone. So that means from either side, if I'm going into my body, I'm going this direction or this direction, that's a forehand strike. If I'm going outwards, or if I'm going from the inside to the outside, my sticks are coming out like this, that is a backhand strike because the back of my hand is the part that's aiming. If you do have questions about that, please feel free to let me know. But those are some terms that you're going to hear us refer to today. Now, as I'm facing Master Murphy, we're going to give a demonstration of what 6 count looks like with a partner. Then Master Murphy is going to demonstrate it facing forwards while I demonstrate this technique facing backwards. We'll go slow to review this. So if I'm here, 6 count looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Eventually, thank you for not hitting me, sir. Eventually, we can get going pretty fast with this. Ready, sir? Up. Until then, we'll go ahead. We'll just teach the first 3 to 6 moves of this today. Now, I'm going to get up and I'm going to get pretty close to the camera here as I demonstrate. I'm going to be on my knees facing backwards, just so you guys can kind of see this from a third-person perspective. I'll make sure that you can see where my sticks are landing under or over my arms the entire time. Master Murphy is going to demonstrate these same techniques, except he's going to be facing forwards, so you can see where you're hitting on someone and you can see how you're hitting with me. So where we're going to start with this, if we're facing backwards, my right hand is going to go on top of my shoulder. Just want to make sure that, yep, we're good. My left hand is going to go under my right shoulder. So I'm going under my armpit and on top of my shoulder, just like this. From this technique, go ahead and say high, low, high. We're going, yep, high, low, high. We're going high with our first technique, low with our second technique, high with our third technique. So we're going to start with our right stick, the one that's on top of our shoulder. We're going to hit high with our right stick, and this right stick is going to come over and land on our left shoulder. From here, my left stick, so what's underneath, is going to hit low here. You can see where you're striking with Master Murphy. And this stick is actually going to join the other stick on top of my left shoulder here. From here, my right stick again, so the stick that I started with, I'm going to backhand it, so I'm coming high again, and I'm going to tuck underneath. So now notice I'm where I started, except I'm on the other side of my body this time. From here, let's go ahead and reset. So again, our right stick goes first. We're going to go high to our opposite shoulder. Our left stick is going to go next. We're going to go low to our same shoulder. From here, our right stick is going to go again. We're going to go high, and we're going to tuck under our armpit. We're going to do this side one more time, then we're going to add the second side. So from here, our right stick goes high and top shoulder, low, same shoulder, high, underneath. From here, we're going to try this side. So this side, we start with our left hand now, since it's our top hand. We're going to go high, and we're going to go to our opposite shoulder. We're going to go with our right hand now. We're going to go low. We're going to go to the same shoulder. Now our left hand goes again. We're going to go high and to our opposite armpit. So we've got all 6 moves here now. So we're going to go slow with the 6. We're going to speed it up just a little bit today. And then if y'all have any questions, we'll go from there. So from here, Hopefully y'all can still see both sticks for me. I'm going high, back to my shoulder. Low, back to my shoulder. High, tuck underneath. Now this side again, same stick, or our left hand stick is going to go high, back to our shoulder. Low, back to our shoulder. High, tuck underneath. Alrighty, we'll do that about 2 more times. We're going to go faster and faster as we go. So from here, high and back. Low and back. High and under. High and back. Low and back. High and under. Alrighty, we'll go a little bit faster now. Ready? And go. High and low and high tucks underneath. Ready? Go. High and low and high tucks underneath. We'll go full speed 2 or 3 times here. Full speed for us is still going to be pretty slow today. Ready? And go. 1 and 2 and 3. Tuck. 4 and 5 and 6. Tuck. Now, eventually as you do this, I'm still going to demonstrate where we move 1 stick at a time here. Master Murphy, as we do these last few demonstrations, is actually going to demonstrate what it looks like to go through this with full speed. So he's moving 2 sticks at once. I want you guys to watch him do this really quickly. So he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What he's doing is he's chambering one of his sticks. Yes, so sorry, I just saw your question, Alex. So if your sticks hit each other, that's okay. If you notice, mine sometimes do the same thing, especially if you're coming back here, your sticks are going to hit each other a lot. That's okay. That's completely normal, as long as it's not in front of you when they're hitting each other, or if it's just like occasional, like they're just crossing off of each other. That's okay. Good question. So again, he's doing his chamber as he's doing his strike now. That's your choice. You guys can choose to do this version. Eventually, we'd like to get everyone on this version. However, if you still want to move 1 stick at a time and you're confused, that's okay. You guys can follow along with me. We'll do this 2 more times, 2 sets of 6 count, full speed. So if I'm facing back this direction, ready, and go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. We'll try it again. We'll go slow. Ready, go. 1 and low and high and high and low and high. All right, I know that that's a lot to cover, especially with the scream of sticks. Take your time with this. Practice this at home. We're going to come back and we're going to review this again on Friday. This 6 count is a majority of what you guys are going to be learning for weapons this rotation. We may also get to some 2 through 5 count or redondo. We'll show you guys how that one works as well. These are some really, really fun techniques. But if you've got this down, fantastic. Let's go ahead. I'll have you guys put your sticks away, get some water if you need to. The last thing that we're going to be working on today is boxing. All right, ready to go? All right, sir. What are we working on with boxing?
Cool. So we're still working on our defensive techniques today. What we're going to do is we're going to start with our head checks, and then if we are feeling good with our head checks, we're going to add some body checks. It's kind of the same idea, but a lot of people tend to have more issues protecting their body than their head. So we're going to start with the easier one. Once we can feel that, we'll go to the trickier one, but it's the same idea. And for those of you who's watching from UMAC or KMA, what we call checks, you guys call covers. So if I say cover or check, it's the same thing. So don't worry too much about the words, as long as you're doing the same movements. That's the most important part today. So head checks, these protect the side of my head. Okay, they can also protect the front of my head when we do checks, because you guys are upper belts. I'm going to get into this, and this is the #1 best way to keep your head safe. If you can get out of the way, go for it. If you reach out here, go for it. Like if you get stuck in a situation where you see a hand that's coming towards you, it doesn't matter where it's coming from, but it's right there, say, pick up the phone. Pick up the phone, right? You don't want to be sleeping while the phone is calling. So you got to pick up the phone as they're attacking. If they're doing a straight punch, you can even check here, right? This is a check as well. So we have the sides of our heads. We also have the front of our heads. It's just checking. It doesn't matter how I do it. I'm just bringing my hand up to the back of my head here. Now remember, there's no space between the side of your head and the side of your arm. You want your chin tucked. There's nothing there. It's all your arm. Because if somebody hits you in the arm, it's way better than getting hit in the head. Even if you get hit in the head up here, our heads are cool because they're a dome, it should slide off. But if you can get your whole arm protecting your head, you don't even have to worry about that. So what we're going to do is when I say go, we're going to check with our front hand. As it's coming down, the other hand checks up here. Okay, it's super important to keep this hand up because it's protected. If I realize I'm thinking, okay, they're going to hook punch me, but then actually comes straight and kind of comes around, there's space. There's not enough space between my elbow and my hand for that hand to blast through. They're either going to catch an elbow, which really hurts, or they're going to catch a fist. Either way, I'm safe. If I'm down here protecting, or out here protecting, when I think goes wide and then goes straight, blasts me in the face. So keep it all close. You're in a small box around your head. It's here. You don't want any big motions for these. So let's try it out. When I say go, as I check with that back hand, I'm pivoting just a little bit. There's a little bit of a pivot to it. Not a huge one. It just depends on the attack that's coming. You can pivot a bit. So when I say go, ready? And go. And then right back, keeping those hands close. Both hands, I want above the chin right now.
Sorry, quick question. I had somebody ask me, where can you buy another set of Eskrima sticks? You can obviously buy them through us. If you do buy them through us, or depending on where you're at, since I am a delivery driver, that's a second job, I can actually come and drop them off at your house if you'd like. Email me about that.
So let's try it out. Head checks or head covers. Ready? And go. And right back. Let's add a movement afterwards, okay? So you can either scoot back, scoot to the side, you can block, bob weave, give me something. So 1, 2, something, just to keep you guys going, okay? Ready? And go. Just like that. Gotta stay light on those feet. Ready? Go. You can add your movements and your defenses at the same time, too.
Try to be faster than Master Murphy.
Ready? Go. And back. And then last one. Ready? Go. Block. And then away. So, again, that's all our head. Looks like we got another question or something.
Oh, let me take a look here. Does it have to be a block, Jesse's asking?
Oh, for right now, yes. Yes, for right now it does. But later on, we'll get to some attacks with it too. But let's go to our body blocks now, all right? So a lot of problems that people have with their body checks is that they leave their face open. And actually, I'll have you jump off this side.
Absolutely, sir.
So if I'm in my good guarding stance, my hands are above my chin, my arms are in, my elbows are down. A lot of people will either get their hands up and their elbows out here. If I do that, my head's totally protected. My opponent sees that my body's open, they hit me once here, my hands drop because I'm like, oh, that hurt, and then I get hit in the head. So not only do I get hit here, I get a double whammy. So I want to make sure elbows are in. Be a little bit sideways. I fight really, really squared up. I wouldn't encourage that for everybody. Be a little bit more diagonal in your guarding stance. So same deal. If I'm diagonal, my hands are up, elbows in, and down. Not out here, okay? As I do this, we're going to pretend Master Wagner is aiming for my ribs or my tummy, like the squishy part, somewhere in this area. If I just move my arm to check, what I'm doing is I'm bringing my elbow to my ribs, right? It's trying to touch my belt. But if it's just my arm that does that, Master Wagner is really good at double kicks. Can you show me a low-high double kick?
Absolutely.
So I see it, and I go, ha-ha! Right? So what you're doing is you're keeping your chin tucked. You're keeping your hand either on your chin or forehead. I would kind of encourage forehead, but above the chin at least. I'm crunching. It's like I'm doing a sit-up and a crunch, but I'm crunching into it. I'm going to pivot a little bit. Boom, just like this. This hand's down just because I'm focusing on here. Both hands are up. So again, watch. Here, let me get a little closer so you guys can see this. It's here, I pivot, boom, trying to touch my elbow to my belt, but everything else is protected. If I need to, I can check here, right? It's all here.
What Master Murphy's head is doing, can you actually do this facing forward?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
So what Master Murphy's head is doing, I want you guys to watch this carefully. As he drops, his head tucks like his chin, but his face also ends up tilting at an angle sideways here. That way, even if I do strike him here, it kind of glances off. You don't want to be looking into these strikes or techniques.
That's very true. Yeah, so let's try it out. When I say go backhand, touch it to your belt, pivot. This stays glued. Glue it. Is that gonna make sense?
Yes, sir.
So let's try it out. When I say go, right back. Ready? Keep your hands high. This is gonna be the biggest major focus. Hands high, elbow to belt. Ready? And check. Again. Ready? Check. And check. Just like that. One more time. Ready? Check. And back. Now, let's add a head check into the body check, just to make sure you guys are focusing on keeping this and this protected. So when I say go, check here. I'll switch feet so you guys can probably do it on your regular side. You're gonna check, head check with the front hand, body check with the second hand. So it's check, check. Just like that. Let's try it out. Ready? And go. This hand still on your face. Ready? Go. And one more. Ready? Go. Now I'm going to add the attack. So Jesse, this is where what you were talking about comes into place. We're going to go head check with the front hand. Body check with the back hand. Now you can either do a punch with the front hand or a kick with the front hand. Either way, it's all good. The reason why I want you to go with the front is when you did that body check, you pivoted, you twisted, all your power, all your strength is on this front side, so you can move, unwind with it. So let's try it out slow. When I say go, head check, body check, strike the front. Ready? And head, body, aya. Let's try it again. Ready? Head, body, aya. Now when I say go, aya. Ready? And go. Aya. These checks are fast. You don't want to wait here forever and try to throw your thing. Because if you blocked twice, the chances of them attacking a third time are incredibly high. So this attack pops out. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 3. Again, it can be the punch or the kick. You're just focusing on the front side. Ready? And go. Aya. And one more. Ready? And go. Aya. Just like that. How are we doing on time, Master Wagner?
Awesome. So we've got a couple minutes left here. I can take some questions. Did you have anything else for boxing that you want to teach today, sir?
We'll try this at home. Make your 4 corners. Head, body, body. And it's just everything staying close. You should be contacting yourself the whole time. If your arms get out here, this is for medium distance. If I'm this far away from Master Wagner, she's throwing attacks, I'm okay here because there's no way, without taking a step, she's going to hit me. But if we're here, she doesn't have to step me to be able to reach my chin. My hands got to be close. Because if my hands are out here, my hands are already past her hands. She's going to get to me faster than I will. So you got to get closer. Boom. The closer you are, the tighter your hands are, right? Slips, flops, weaves, checks. You can add all that stuff. But you're making this box. Don't want to be out here. Okay. That's about it.
Fantastic. Alrighty. So we do have a couple minutes left for today, about 3 or 4 minutes. If you guys have any questions on the curriculum that we worked on, please feel free to ask it now, or feel free to email me as well. Here's kind of our itinerary for Friday, what we're going to be working on. What we like to do is we follow the same curriculum techniques kind of through weeks. So we'll review and we'll continue to work on that spinning and turning side kick and adding on punches as well. On top of that, we're going to go ahead, we're going to be working our form as well as our Screama sticks, and we're going to do a little bit of boxing too on Friday. If you guys don't have any questions, great job today. I'll go ahead and I'll bow you guys out. I know it's just a couple minutes early, but we reviewed 4 different styles or curriculum techniques for you to work on. Please work on these at home as well. let's go ahead. We'll bow it out.
Do you want to talk about April as well?
Oh yes, sorry, my apologies. So with the governor and the Tri-County Health Department saying that we are on a stay-at-home, how things are going to work from here on out is we are going to be closed until the 17th of April. At that time, my goal, fingers crossed, is to reopen on the 18th of April. We will, of course, keep social distancing in our classes. I'll make sure that we're 6 feet apart, all that fun stuff. But in the meantime, we will still continuously be doing online classes 3 days a week. I'll make sure that you guys have access to those. You may see a setting change. We may have to fill in the back room, but we'll make sure that you guys are still all set up with that. I believe we do have a question, sir. If you
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Other than that, you guys have absolutely rocked it. Thank you guys for your support. I did offer 2 private lessons to every single student staying on during this time. I cannot do these with the stay-at-home order right now, but once that is lifted on the 18th of April, I'll go ahead and we'll start banging those out. Thank you guys. What was our question, sir?
Jacob asked, are we going to go through personal leadership?
Yes, we can go through our personal leadership.
Good catch.
Thank you. So your personal leadership that you have for this rotation, we've got 3 different things that we need to be working on. You have your black belt success cycle, you have the Olympic theory, and then you also have perseverance. Now let's talk about the Olympic theory today. I believe I talked about the black belt success cycle on Monday. Our Olympic theory is that Olympians think and act differently than other people do. We want to find out what they do and how they do it and copy their success. When it comes to that, a lot of what Olympians do is work hard. I mean, they practice over and over and over again. It takes 1,000 times to adequately learn a new skill. So, I mean, if you've done a jab 1,000 times, you can say that you've learned it. But to perfect something, it can take as many as 10,000 times. So basically, practice, 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 especially while you're at home, especially while I can't see you guys right now. But one more time, our personal leadership is the Olympic theory, which means Olympians think and act differently than other people. Find out what they do, how they do it, and copy their success. Other than that, guys, let's go ahead and bow it out, and we'll get this show on the road. Thank you. We're going to go attention. We'll face the flags. Kapi kunye. We'll face me. Sabum nimye kunye.
Awesome.
Nice and loud. What's our goal?
Black belt excellence, ma'am.
Class is dismissed.
Thank you, ma'am.
Awesome. It looks like I have
looks
one
like
more question. Describe any successful.
Yes.
Yes, it can. Although not traditionally in sports, if that makes sense. So you can say that someone's an Olympian, they're Herculean. You can say different things like that, Mr. Alex. But I would not call them an Olympian if it was in a sport. Like you can't call like a football player an Olympian because football's not the Olympics. But non-sports wise, yes, you are correct to say that they have an Olympian effort or a Herculean effort. That is completely accurate.
It's looking for the leaders and the most successful people in whatever discipline you may be trying to go for.
Yes. Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Do we have to put on our gi at home? I don't see you, so you don't have to. That's up to you. I have a bunch of little ninjas who sent me pictures that they do wear their gis and they're super cute, but you don't have to. You can wear exercise clothing if you would like. All right. Olympian can be, yes. Yes, yeah, Olympian can be replaced with other things as well. Yes, you can use several different terms for that. Herculean is another good way. Almighty. There's a couple different things, but yes, that is the answer. Yes. Yeah, the personal leadership phrase applies to non-Olympic people as well as Olympians. You are correct. Yes. I hope I'm not complicating things. All right. Well, cool. We've got to get out of here and start our next session in a couple minutes. Thank you guys. Much appreciated. I'm really happy that we all joined in. Hopefully I will see y'all soon. Good job today.